What's up, everyone? It's Whacka. Welcome you to week 5 of SDS, season 12. This week, I believe we only got 6 games to watch. I don't know, something happened with like a couple of the coaches. Toady got replaced by Wobbuffet, so welcome Wobbuffet to SDS. Um, some other coaches, I don't know. We're having some issues with getting our games in and scheduling, but uh, I'm just gonna put that down as like school and work starting back up and busy. I mean, well, it's busy all the time, but yeah. So we only got 6 games to watch. I might have to end up replacing some coaches. So please schedule player games. Um, it really doesn't take that long to schedule, but anyways, first up we have the Danley versus Heister. On the Danley side, we have Chi-Yu, Terra Ghost Vikavolt, Mega Aerodactyl, Sneasler, Empoleon, and Zygarde. On Heister's side, we have the Terra Ice Sneasel, Glowking Aloe, Terra Diancie, Mega Manectric, and Archelodon. It's going to be Terra Rock Diancie. Alright, so we lead with Sneasler into the Diancie, and we're gonna switch out, which is weird because I would imagine Diancie could have been fine against Sneasler, but like maybe we don't want to get poisoned. But oh, you know what? Diancie's probably for Aerodactyl, and Aerodactyl probably has Iron Head that's gonna OHKO it. Um, oh, we're gonna see Diancie coming on Vikavolt. Okay, so Die is for the Vikavolt. Oh, but it's like getting up rocks. Gonna Sticky Web. Manectric is gonna come in on the webs. Heister did not bring removals, so those webs are going to be up the entire game. No Torn T. Huh. I mean, Vikavolt kind of does, like, destroy regen cores, I feel. Um, Lots of, like, waters and flying, well, Torn. And we got the Intimidate into competitive. I'm so glad that they gave Empoleon competitive instead of Defiant. Makes it usable. And Heiser's in a really bad spot, but I would imagine Glowking probably lives these. Yeah. Scald will burn. I think Scald is kind of a pussy move, but it's fine. Um, Gets the job done. I mean, I think I'm just more of a person that I would much rather just run Surf. Ooh, that Ice Beam freeze. That sucks. Oh, but we thaw out. We get the Electro Shot, and we are Power Herb. It goes into the Wakan Berry. Okay. That was quite a turn. Al's going to come in on the Sneasler. We're going to close combat. Doesn't do too much. We are Helmet Aloe, and Aloe is probably just going to flip turn out. We're going to get that Aura Break flip turn into Sneasel. It's not Boot Sneasel. I'm going to assume it's like banded. Holy crap, that E-Speed did a lot. And oh, we only hit one. That fucking sucks, actually. That's the thing with Axel. Sometimes you just don't hit all of them, unfortunately. Do we flip here? No, we Ice Beam. I think that was not the right play. Yeah, because now we Volt Switch. The thing with Aloe is, like, sometimes you just have to click flip. And if you don't flip, you die. Or you lose momentum and you die. And, like, Aloe, it should only be clicking Wish, flip. If you're, like, a defensive Aloe, I feel. Because it feels like it. Ooh, we missed Diamond Storm. That sucks. Terra Blast doesn't do much to Diancie. I'm gonna assume this is like a somewhat. Oh, it's Terra Ghost Vikavolt. Oh, it's leftovers. I think. So Heiser has Ursaluna. So I'm gonna assume. Oh, and also Terra Blast is not hitting as hard because it must be going off its attack stat. I don't know what Vikavolt's attack stat is. We could have killed Dia though, at least. Something speed tie. I don't know. Flamethrower. And Flamethrower. I don't remember what I was actually saying. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna move on to the next game. So next up we have Elekid versus Cryptix. On Elekid's side we have the Blaziken, Palafin, Spectrier, Tyranitar, Excadrill, and Terra Fire Minior. Very cool. On Cryptix's side, holy crap. We have the Mega Aggron, Electivire, which he ended up dropping. As well as Togekiss, Terra Dark Zangoose, Araquanid, and Terra Fighting Breloom. Oh, and also, the Danley made quite a few trades too. None of the mons that he brought were a trade. I think he dropped Mousehold, he dropped Cryogonal, and he dropped Cofagrigus for, I think, Frostlass, Terrachinchino, and I think Golduck. I don't really know why he did that because I think Frostlass is garbage, but yeah, I guess maybe if he needs Frostlass's speed tier, maybe, I don't know. But Frostlass is weird. Anyways, we're gonna get started. We're gonna lead Minior into Aggron. We're gonna get that shields down. Aggron's gonna Mega Evolve right away. I guess maybe we don't want to get like Earthquaked on. We're gonna see the Ancient Power. Okay, so we're special Mega Aggron, and it's gonna die to Terra Blast. So yeah, Cryptix end up running a special Mega Aggron. I think he believes he's just not gonna win, so he's just kind of like throwing offense out there. He's just having fun, I think, so I don't mind at all. Togekiss is gonna be its Choice Band E-Speed. So yeah, Banded Togekiss got a kill. Electivire is gonna come in on the balloon as Stone Edge kind of just kills Evire, and for, yeah, I don't know if Sand like high rolls or if that was just like a weird percentage on Showdown that happened and it was actually at 6, but yeah. Togekiss is going to take some Sand Chip. We're going to see the Ice Punch crit. Doesn't do too much, and we're going to see Brick Break. So we were predicting Tyranitar to come in, but yeah, that's why Banded Togekiss doesn't really work, because you just kind of lock in a weird coverage move that does no damage sometimes. You're going to see the Trailblaze on Araquanid. We're going to see Shadow Ball. Doesn't do too much. 24% is kind of nothing in Liquidation O-Code. Liquidation's going to knock out the T-Tar. Wow. Yeah, the Araquanid is looking really scary because we wall Blaziken Stabs. We wall Palafin. So basically, if Excadrill doesn't have a rock move, like this Araquanid probably wins. But we do have a rock move. I think, funnily enough, Excadrill doesn't get Stone Edge. I think it has to run like Rock Slider. I think I've seen Rock Blast a couple times, especially into like Mandibuzz, because sometimes Mandibuzz runs like Weak Armor, but and speaking of Mandibuzz, I'm pretty sure Elekid's the one that has Mandibuzz. So yeah, good job to Elekid for winning that. And cool sets on Cryptix for that kind of stuff. Honestly, like, Togekiss might get the thumbnail. We'll see. We'll see. Next up, we have me versus Joey. Sorry, but I have to put myself on the protagonist side because it confuses me. Like, I just have to be on this side because confusing. Also, why is my fucking... It shouldn't be this dude. Whatever. So yeah, on my side, I'm going to bring the Greninja, Mega Lopunny, Corviknight, Terra Fairy Armarouge, Pheasantipity, and Terra Water Mismagius. So yeah, Mismagius coming off the bench, which means I've used all my Pokemon. Now it's just your guys' turn to use all your Pokemon, especially you, Mr. Liza J. Where's your Serena that you drafted like round 4? Why aren't you using it? Anyways, on his side we have the Terra Flying Gyarados, Speed, Zoroark Hisui, Roaring Moon, Cobalion. I'm surprised you're using Cobalion this much, but honestly, like, he's been putting in a lot of work with this Cobalion, and Primarina. So he's gonna lead with the Roaring Moves. I lead Gren. I'm just gonna U-turn. End up not going to be Roaring Moon. It's gonna be the Zoroark, and I I didn't realize this, but like I feel like 29% on a resist is, well, no, I mean it's stab technically, stab U-turn. That's a lot though. I think maybe people, I'm just used to seeing like special Gren, but I'm physical Gren this week. So it's gonna hyper voice. I'm gonna roost. I could have gotten crit there. That could have been really bad. But I end up finding out he's like specs. So yeah, I'm just gonna switch into Mismagius. Gonna get off the substitute. So yeah, him being choice locked in the hyper voice was good for me because it allowed me to get the burn on Roaring Mid. So now Roaring Moon is just kind of bad. I'm gonna bring in the Corviknight. He will crit me with knockoff, but it's not really that big of a deal because I can just roost it off probably. Gonna bring in Cobalion on my U-turn that does 2%, and I take a lot of recoil from the helmet. Notably, he didn't bring Cinderace again. I don't know what it is with you guys not bringing your fire types versus me. Like, are you trying to like not kill a Corv, or I don't know. But like, I thought you guys would bring their fire types versus me, and then I'm like, oh, I need to be like Flash Fire Armarouge, because this is a defensive-ish like Flash Fire Armarouge for that Cinderace. But because he didn't bring Cinderace, I can kind of just throw Armarouge around. So he's going to be Calm Mind with the Prim. I'm going to Gunk Shot, which honestly doesn't do a lot, but actually the fact that +1, I know that I'm Papa Berry, but the fact that +1 Psychic Noise did 19% to Fez is like, wow, that is awful. He's going to bring in Cobalion on my Play Rough. I mean, if this defensive mon is doing, if it's taking more damage from a Pheasantipity than this special attacker with 126 special attack with a super effective move, I don't know, man. It's fine though. I like Prim. Prim's gonna come back in on the Armor Cannon. Kind of have no reason to like not click Armor Cannon, I felt, so yeah, he's gonna end up sacking the Primarina. Get to Psyshock it because his Dark type loses to my Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. I end up being Helmet. Yeah, I've been kind of obsessed with helmets lately, like double helmet. Because I think, well, last week I was like Helmet Corv, Helmet Rotom Wash. This week it's Helmet Armarouge and Helmet Corviknight. Both of which got knocked immediately. This is why I think Rocky Helmet's like such a good item, because most of the time you're just going to get knocked off anyways. Especially like on specific knock switch-ins. So unless you're like a Psychic type with Colbur, like a Rocky Helmet is like, you might as well just run Helmet if you're just going to get knocked. So we're going to see the Iron Head. I don't... Oh, it's because I switched into Cobalion. He's gonna switch in his Cobalion. So I wonder what mon this is. I'm just gonna sack the Pheasantipity because Prim's dead, and Fez doesn't really do too much, and I have enough sacks to deal with the Zoroark, so yeah. He's gonna bring in Cobalion as I Mega Evolve. I'm not gonna click Fake Out because, yeah, Close Combat is just the best click I have there. He's gonna bring in the Gyarados. Terraflying Waterfall as I get to U-turn into the Corviknight. So I found out he's Scarf Gyarados, which is very useful for me to know. It means that Gren will always outspeed it, which is nice. And I'm actually just going to go hard Gren now because, yeah, Waterfall doesn't OHKO me. He's he's going to bring in his he's going to bring in his Gyarados. How many times did this happen this game? Like, he swapped out a Zoroark and then brought in the mon it was disguised as? Like, was that, like, the third time that happened? So he's going to bring in the real Gyarados now. As he clicks Terra Blast. Oh, yeah, I had to keep Greninja alive. So the funny thing, I'm going to go back 2 turns. So he brings in the Gyarados on my Liquidation. Oh, I was fucking confused for a second. Okay, so he brings in Gyarados. I legit spent like 5 minutes on this turn. I was pretty sure I won from this position because Gren is Scarf. I know that he's Scarf. I don't know what this Dio Speed is. I'm gonna assume that Dio Speed won't run Scarf because that That's kind of whack nasty if it is Scarf, but I'm pretty sure if it is Scarf Dio, like, I have enough Mons to kind of deal with Dio in a way. So I'm like, okay, so my play is probably Sat Corp, because I'm not going to get the opportunity to Roost again. I don't want this thing Moxie boosting, because I believe, oh, Terrabus only did 17. I probably could have sacked, like, I don't know, I probably could have sacked something and then roosted with Corv, I guess. But either way, something was getting sacked, and I guess I felt like the other Mons were worth keeping. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Anyways, I'm gonna bring in Lopunny, Fake Out, does a lot of damage. He's gonna flinch because I know he's on Covert Cloak, and on Quick Attack as well, just to get that extra chip. Exactly what I prepped for. Now I'm gonna bring in Greninja. He's gonna set Gyarados because I think if Dio comes in and gets a defense drop, like, he just auto loses. So, okay. So what happens here is I liquidate. He brings in Dio. I'm Scarf Gren. Physical Scarf Gren. So I have Stab U-Turn. Versus a Psychic type with base 50 HP and like 90 defenses. So what is my play? I click Liquidation after telling myself that I have 2 sacks and I can just go Gren and Revenge Kill U-Turn whenever. So why didn't I do that? The world will never know, because this is exactly how you throw a game. So what happens here is Dio, I do get the defense drop, which is nice. I guess it doesn't really matter. Actually, it kind of does. So this is crazy. This must have been like a really bulky Dio because I Foul Play for 46%. My calc said this did like 70, so I was like, oh, cool, Mismagius wins. But like minus, maybe I don't know how Foul Play works, but you'd think with minus defense, like I would have done more. So I'm like kind of confused why that did so little. I'm not going to dwell on it too much though, but I activate his weakness policy and see how I had a Psychic type here. Well, it's no longer Psychic type, so I'm just going to die to Stored Power. My Spidef bulky Mismagius died to Stored Power, so obviously Armor is just going to die to Stored Power. Yeah, this was like a very specially bulky Mismagius. So yeah, if I had kept Gren, I would have won like 2-0, I think, because I think I mean I just go into like I mean I probably would have went Mismagius first. I would have Foul Played for like that. I don't know how much that would have done, honestly. It would have done enough though, and unless he had Recover on this Dio speed, which to be fair, like he'd have to kill me, and I just keep clicking Foul Play or like Hex. Well, probably Foul Play because he Calm Minded. It would have kept him low enough to where Greninja could always Revenge Kill it. So I could have probably brought an Armourouge too, and like clicked Armor Cannon until I died, or like Psy Shock at some extent. But yeah, I'm gonna end up losing. And yeah, this is how you throw games. Like, stick to your game plan. I knew I had to keep the Greninja around, or I knew I had to switch out on the Dio, and that was my plan. But I was like, oh, don't get confident. If you know you're out, play to your out, even if you end up having to lose some differential, which I was going to lose differential anyways, because Gren was going to die. It was between Mismagius and Armourouge for killing Dio, and I guess I picked wrong. Honestly, I bet you if I went Armourouge first, I probably still would have won. So, yeah, always play to your out. Keep in mind, your opponent could be weakness policy, okay? Next up, we're going to have John Paul versus Yuno. So we're getting our Sunday games in already. I'm gonna click play. We're gonna see Big Bird with a capital I in Big Bird. Volt Switch. I am recording, right? Yeah. I did spend a lot of time on my game, but I've just not been having a good time with draft lately, and I just have to like say these things out loud. Not that it like helps me or anything, but I don't know why every week he sacks Ursaluna to like every special attacker. Like, what's the... Why did you draft that mon? Volt Switch isn't going to do too much, but you're putting it in range so you can come back in. So yeah, Heatran's going to die. Kilowattrel's going to come back in, take that spike. We're going to see Samurott round 2E on the Volt Switch. I guess sacking Samurott was fine. I was going to say, like, why didn't you just go Amoonguss? But I guess you don't want to risk, like, Hurricane, probably. Actually, did like Specs Hurricane knock out Diancie at this range? Probably. Honestly, it probably died to like non-boosted Hurricane. It's Mega Diancie, it's not regular Diancie. Sludge Bomb. We're gonna see Zen Headbutt. Doesn't flinch the Amoonguss will clean AKO. By the way, this Amoonguss probably has more kills than like some people have on like all their mons. This Amoonguss got like what, 4 kills a couple weeks ago, so yeah. He's making Amoonguss look pretty solid, even though it's like kind of passive-ish. We're just not really using it passive. The eject button. Oh yeah, that was something I was gonna talk about, but it kind of skipped my mind when it happened. But yeah, eject button's always good on like regen mons. Just helps to keep up momentum, and we have like 3 pretty momentous like mons here that just they love getting free switches. Like Pult always likes free switches. Mega Diancie loves slow pivots. So we have Masharna. Oh, I didn't fucking talk about the Terra Captains. Is the Masharna a Terra Captain? No, it's like Hitmontop and like Toxtricity. For some reason I thought maybe Masharna was a Terra Cap. But we saw Terra Electric on we saw Terra Electric on Kilowattrel like turn 1, so I didn't really say anything about it. We're gonna see D-Gleam from the Masharna, and we're gonna see Mega Latios. We're gonna Healing Wish on the Roost, unfortunately. We're gonna bring back in Mega Diancie, and we're gonna Moonblast. So this is Trick Room Mega Diancie, by the way. We're gonna Moonblast. And now we eat a hit from Kilowattrel. We know that we eat a hit. Yeah, Thunderbolt's not going to KO us unless we crit or like para. I mean, Kilo was never going to beat Pult anyways. Because what? We came in... Okay, we're at 60... Yeah, Pult is killing this with like... If it was like PLA Frostbitten, this thing's dying. So yeah, Diancie is gonna end up claiming a bunch of KOs. I hate to see Diancie do well, but Yuno's using Diancie really well, so I'm not gonna complain about it. In fact, I think one of those weeks, like, he didn't Mega Evolve the Diancie at all. Like, it was just base Diancie without an item, putting in work. So awesome. Good job, Yuno. Yeah, again, we didn't even see Pult or Steela in that game. Like, this whole game, it was Mega Diancie and Masharna. Awesome. Next up we have something looked weird. It was the Great Tusk. I thought maybe they like updated fucking Ogerpon sprite for once, but nope. So yeah, we're gonna see on Shine side Mega Delayed, Scream Tail, Ting-Lu, Terra Normal, Swellow, Gouging Fire, and Blastoise. On Wobbuffet's side, new coach, welcome Wobbuffet. We're going to have the Terra Bug Low Kicks, new Manas team, as well as Mega Blastoise, Iron Crown, Baxcalibur, which is crazy to see, honestly, Ogerpon, and Great Tusk. So basically Wobbuffet like tossed everything that wasn't... I think he kept Tusk, Ogerpon, and Zeraora, and I'm pretty sure everything else is gone. And some of those mons end up getting picked up. Like, I think the Danley picked up Frostlass, so... Yeah. We're gonna see the Gouging Fire lead into Ogerpon. Not gonna U-turn, so we must not have U-turn on it. Toyce is gonna come in, we're gonna Water Pulse, and... took me a second, but this is Mega Blastoise, so I don't really understand why we didn't Mega Evolve. So now we're gonna Water Pulse. Gouge is going to hit itself in Confusion. This Blastoise is going to come in, take about half from fucking Dark Pulse. Holy shit. We're going to see the Toxic, and we're going to Roar. I honestly don't understand why we clicked Roar. Like, we saw Leftovers. I would assume, like, this wouldn't be Shell Smash Blastoise, but, like... So I don't understand why we're clicking Roar with, like, no hazards up. If you'd like to do that versus me in CLDL next week, I'd love for you to, like, do that. Shine's gonna set up on the Blastoise that just clicked Roar. Really funny. We're gonna see the T-Wave. Scream Tail is gonna be fucking obnoxious and do... It's gonna sit there and do nothing, but all it has to do is get up screens and then die. But it usually can get up both screens, switch out, and then come back in later and get up screens, which is disgusting. I think Scream Tail is going to be more expensive next season, because I honestly fucking hate facing that thing. Also, I don't know why. Wobbuffet, I'm yelling at you. Okay. Alright, so we go Mega Gallade. He volts out, whatever. Lokick is going to come in. We're going to take that Future Sight, which is nice chip. We're going to Terra Bug U-turn. So you saw that at 37%. Why the fuck did you go your Ice type on the Mon that already clicked Bulk Up? So it's obvious, like, they're always Bulk Up Drain Punch. It's not going to be like Bulk Up Close Combat. It's always Bulk Up Drain Punch. Like Bulky Gallade. Why the fuck did you go back Excalibur? With screens up? Like, what is this doing? I don't understand. So yeah, now you have to sack more Mons to the Gallade because you chose to. I don't understand. Even if you like, I could have understood if you went Ogerpon, because like you could crit through the screens and you can crit through Bulk Up. I don't really understand why we went Baxcalibur here. I don't really think Baxcalibur's a good Mon, but like we kind of wasted it here. Just to get in the same spot. I mean, like, the Glade is a little bit weaker. It's not really gonna matter, because, yeah, Blastoise... This thing's at 11% and it's poison anyways. Like, what the fuck is it doing? I guess it outsped Gouge, but then you just, like, you Water Pulse the Screen Tail for, like, what, 20% and die? That's just confusing. Anyways, he's gonna get up screens. Gonna be Brick Break on the, Tusk. But, like... Running Brick Break on the Mon that has 53 special defense into the Mon that has 2 super effective stabs is kind of weird, but... I mean, you do what you gotta do. I guess maybe he thought, oh, I can threaten out Scream Tail with, like, Crown, and then go Tusk on, like, Tinglu or something. Speaking of Tinglu, I'm surprised we haven't really seen it. We're just seeing a bunch of switches. U-turn, flip turn, U-turn, flip turn. I don't even fucking know what's going on anymore, dude. He's gonna Morning Sun, which sucks, yeah. So, like, earlier in the game, I was like, oh, this Gouge is, like, pretty much dead. But no. Now we have to deal with the Gouge behind screens. We're gonna see the Burning Bulwark, too, which really sucks for Tusk, because now it's burned. It's gonna get up rocks. Honestly, in this situation, like, I probably would have run Earthquake on Tusk. Because EQ doesn't make contact, but maybe we didn't think about that, because Wob literally picked up this team yesterday and he probably prepped, like, really fast, so I don't blame him, I guess, for clicking Headlong Rush into Burning Bulwark. We're gonna Morning Sun. Psychic Noise is actually gonna do quite a bit, but Gouging Raid Boss is kind of claiming some lives here. We're gonna see the low kicks. And for some reason, we hard swap into Ogerpon. I don't really know why we did that, because we already saw, like, the Blastoise outsped Gouge. So, like, I'm pretty sure you could have U-turned, but it's fine. Flare Blitz. So, yeah, we end up going for the KO. I'm kind of surprised he went for KO. I personally probably would have went for KO on, like, low kicks there, but it doesn't really matter, because we're going to Boom Burst. So yeah, it's Scarf. I was thinking this whole time that the low kicks was Scarf, but no, this is just a really slow Gallade. And like a really slow Gouging Fire or something. Like, apparently this was banded low kicks, which is insane. I thought it was like Scarf. but nope, it was Choice Band. Lastly, we have Brundon versus Sacred Ash. On Brundon's side, we have the Landorus Therian, Iron Hands, Grimmsnarl, Mega Beedrill, Slowking, and Karkle. So we're going to see 3 of his new mons. Actually, Karkle came last week. I'm honestly, I can't believe he's fucking using Karkle, like, over and over, and not Pyroar as his fire type. But Karkle actually kind of has a niche here. Kind of helps beat Tinkaton, who's kind of... It's hiding behind Quaquaval, but then its hammer's covering Iron Bundle. That's kind of funny, actually. On Sacred Ash's side, we have Coco Bundle, Tinkaton, Quack, Terra Rhyperior, Terra Ghost, and Mega Absol. Have we seen Mega Absol yet? I don't know. Brundon's not going to bring out his Terra Captain, though. No Registeel. So yeah, we're going to see the lead Beedrill and the Tinkaton. We're going to see the Balloon. Mega Evolve, we're going to U-turn. Breaks the Balloon. Karkle's going to come in on Rocks, and we're going to see Quack come in on the Rapid Spin. We're going to go Slowking on the Aqua Step. That did 15%. Okay, so very Fizz-Def Slowking. Psychic does kind of a lot to Coco. It's going to Nature's Madness the Lando. Nature's Madness is always like a good click into like a Landorus team, probably. I'm gonna see Slowking come back in on the Quack. Oh, it's in Torrent. Wait, why is it Torrent, not Moxie? Maybe it was on purpose. Is this like Wave Crash, or did we just forget to run Moxie? Because when I saw this damage, I was like, wait, why did it do 15? Why did it do 10% more? But I just realized this is Torrent. Torrent Quack. And I'm pretty sure Brundon thought it was Scarf Quack when it came in on the Landorus. Like, no, I'm pretty sure Landorus killed it. But it's always good to not have to risk it. Like, you have a Slowking for the Quack, so no need to risk it. And Slowking can take a hit from both Coco and Bundle and, like, not give a shit about it at all. So yeah, Slowking is, like, just super safe on this team. Hands is going to come in on the Bundle. It's going to take, like, literally 0. So we're going to see a Drain Punch. 58% to Rhyperior. Don't know why we went Rhyperior and not sack Quack there. Maybe he saw something in Quack. But yeah, we end up wasting a lot of health on our Rhyperior, which kind of sucks, because Rhyperior is just... this is another raid boss mon, like, it takes forever to kill it. Brundon's going to make the silly mistake of... He knows this is going to Terra, and then click Supercell Slam into the ground type that also has Lightning Rod, and it gets completely blown back up on him. So yeah. So Hands is going to go down. I was like, oh damn, this game is looking a little bit closer, because when I was watching, I was like, damn, Brundon's going to 6-0 this, because I think, looking at this, like, Mega Beedrill absolutely demolishes everything that's left. You see Poison Jab, that's crazy that we went for Poison Jab on a Ghost type, but fair. We're going to U-turn on Tinkaton. We're not going to risk anything. Could miss Drill Run. If we have a full health Karkle too. We're going to see these spikes go up, and we're going to see Quack come in on the Rapid Spin. Doesn't kill. I don't know if the Quack is like bulky-ish, but yeah, we do end up revealing Roost. Coco's going to come back in on the Psychic. Oh, also the Coco is not Electric Surge, which I think is interesting. And yeah, Slowking's just going to stay in and click Psychic. I'm going to Freeze Dry, crit the Grimmsnarl, which kind of sucks, but you know what? Actually, now I think about it, this Grimmsnarl is like, this thing's gotten destroyed like every week. It always switches in on a crit and then dies. Yeah, we're going to get up screens. Quack is going to say, fuck your screens. And Brick Break. We're going to see another Brick Break. Honestly, I'm surprised we didn't run, like, Knockoff for the Slowking. I don't really know, like, what the prep for... I guess the prep for Slowking was Absol, which got absolutely demolished by that Focus Blast switch in. Like, maybe the Slowking's Colbur? Is it Colbur? so that we could Focus Blast the Absol, maybe? Anyways, we're gonna get a crit Gigaton Hammer, but the Rapid Spin is gonna knock out Tinkaton. So, Karkle is gonna claim another life. Bundle's gonna come in, we're gonna see Freeze Strike, and we're gonna Power Gem the Bundle. I don't really know why we locked in Freeze Dry. I guess you didn't have a click. This is Scarf Bundle, I believe. So it was either click Hydro and maybe claim a KO, or click Freeze Dry on the Karkle sack. And I guess maybe we wanted. You know what? No, actually, I disagree. I think Hydro Pump is the play, but it doesn't really matter at that point. So yeah, that's it for this week. We're at the midpoint, so I will look up the doc really quick. By the way, I had a huge scare earlier. Toadate apparently, like, she thought, or they thought, they were editing their version of this doc, but they end up going on this doc and they literally deleted everything. So when I opened this, I literally saw nothing. Actually, Shine DM'd me earlier and they were like, I opened the doc and there was nothing there. And they were like, is this something on my phone? I was like, probably. And then I checked, and then like there's stuff there. I think some of the things were empty, but then I just watched everything like slowly disappear. So it was really scary. Thank the fucking Lord that it's back, because Google Docs has that version history thing. Thank fuck, because I would have been so mad if I had to go through and try to remember everyone's teams, because I don't remember everything. Like, if you asked me who had Komala, I probably would have thought John Paul had Komala. But no, Sacred Ash has Komala. And I wouldn't have wanted to put in like 5 weeks of stats, because like putting these in like 5 times, this is 5 times for one person. Okay? So like, no one has access to editing this doc anymore. It's just me. So if something happens, it'll be my fault. But that was scary as fuck. Anyways, we had a ton of transactions this week. I don't think they're all on the screen. But yeah, we had Electivire and Weezing for Nidoking and Bellibolt. We had the points to get Nidoking, so that's why like Bellibolt and Nidoking are like points-wise much higher than both of these two combined, but we just had the points. The Danley is going to drop, the Cofagrigus, Mousehold, Cryogonal for Frostless, Chinchino, and Golduck. He's going to put the Terra on Chinchino. I don't really know why we went from Mousehold to Chinchino, and I think Chinchino's a little bit more consistent, and it's a little bit less prep baity, because I think Mousehold is very like, you slap a helmet on something and something dies. I think Cinccino's like that too, but you could run like pad Skill Link if you want, I would think. And then yeah, Sacred Ash is gonna drop the Halucha, Quaquaval, Iron Leaves, Mega Absol, and Salmon. So all the Mons that I was like, oh, he drafted offensive Mons. I can't believe he'd do that. But we end up picking like a pretty offensive Mon, but like it's kind of bulky-ish. We drafted a Wish Passer, we drafted a Mon with Roost, and a Driftbloom that has String Step. So Sacred Ash is back. He did the thing where his team is bulky now. I think the changes are decent. I'm not gonna say anything about the Danley's trades, really. I mean, I think Frostlass fucking sucks, but actually, I think the Danley's trades are a little bit of a downgrade. I think Mousehold is worse than Cinccino, but I don't know what Golduck is for. And Frostlass is just ass. But yeah, we have Sacred Ash, who has Yeah, we have the Hydreigon, we have Mega Metacham, we have Vaporeon. Vaporeon's, I think, decent. We have, like, now we have a decent pivot. It's another, like, really especially defensive pivot. We don't really have a Fizdefmon on this team. I don't really know what you could have done here, because I can't think of, like, on the top of my head, I can't think of, like, a physical water that would have fit here. I mean, like, Aloe, but Aloe's taken, and Aloe will be in every draft for the rest of the time. Like, that Mon is just on the upward rise. I think Hydreigon sucks, but I did put it at 12 points because I thought it sucks, so maybe it'll do something. Metacham. It's kind of funny, because I was looking at Metacham, I'm like, wow, this thing, I don't see this thing get drafted, like, ever anymore. But here we go. And it's always a Mon, like, I feel like I would consider picking up Metacham, but I just never do. Anyways, in terms of standings, Troy, of course, it's always fucking Troy. They're going to be playing Sagex probably sometime next week, so if they don't play by Wednesday, I'm just going to put in dual forfeit loss. I think I must have already put in a forfeit loss for Jamesy this week. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, he's not responding to anything, so... He was online earlier, so, like, he could have said, like, a word, but I saw nothing, so... if I don't hear from him in the next couple days, I'll probably end up replacing him. I mean, if anyone's watching this video, is watching this up to this point, feel free to reach out to me. I could probably use a replacement for him. His team, I gave him, like, #1 in PRs. This team is amazing. But I guess he doesn't really want to use it that bad, so... yeah, so in terms of standings, I end up losing this week, and not Joey. So we have 2 more coaches that are at 5-0. I could see them both going undefeated this season. If it wasn't Joey, I thought I would go undefeated. I think my team is just fucking awesome to prep and play with. His team is pretty good too. Yuno's team, I think Yuno's team, his teams are always great. The Danley lost last week to me. So, like, it's just, like, us top 4 facing each other. But I don't believe Joey or Yuno face each other at all. So they could both go undefeated if they really want to try that hard. We have Sacred Ash at 7. Alakid went up to number 6, which is cool. We have Shine at number 5. Gex is at 8, but they haven't played this week, and they're probably going to beat Troy, like, let's be real. So we're probably going to have another 3-2 with a good differential. And we're probably going to have, like, a 1-4 with... Well, it's probably still going to be number 11, but yeah. Anyways, in terms of kill leaders, we have Mega Diancie on top, unfortunately. This Mon got a lot of kills this week. Armor's got 2 kills as well. Excadrill's been doing pretty decent. Like, the fact that he's made Excadrill look pretty good, this Mon might go up a couple points next season. Maybe not like a couple, maybe like 1 or 2. I mean, most leagues still put it at like 14, 15, but I believe it was like 11 here. I think maybe 12. Maybe 13 is where I'd want to put it. I probably should have considered the fact that I made T-Tar cheaper, that I should probably make Excadrill like a little bit more expensive, so I think it'll even out a little bit more next season. I think T-Tar might go up a point, I think Drill might go up a point. Terra Gyarados is doing really good. It got 2 kills this week as well. Terra Rhyperior, I think Rhyperior could have been higher up here, like it could have been like number 3, but we kind of tossed it. Greninja should have also been like number 5, but I ended up throwing it away for some reason. So it should have been, stat line should have been 5, 8, 1, 7. Chiyu's doing really good. Saw a couple kills for Chiyu this week. Cobalion. Okay. Did I put in a stat wrong? No. Cobalion's just been kicking ass. props. I know one season, he drafted Pheasantipity, and I kid you not, Pheasantipity I think was the kill leader for the season. Actually, was it no? I don't think it was the kill leader for the season. Actually, no, it probably was. I believe it had like 14 KOs though. I forgot what season that was. I think it must have been must have been 9, because I think 8 was the randomized one, or was 9 the randomized one? Maybe 9 was randomized and 8 was not. Man, some the seasons after like 7, other than Ubers. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember those at all. I'm not gonna remember the difference between 8 or 9, but yeah. Anyways, Wellspring is up here, and Terra Registeel remains up here. Bundle's fallen quite a bit. Delayed kind of rose up here. We also got Mega Lopunny. Wow, 3 of my Mons in top 15. Who else is up here a lot? Yeah, Cobalion, Gyarados. Why the fuck is Cobalion at number 8? Why do these defensive Mons with like specifically 90 in their attack stat? Why are you getting kills with them? How are you doing that? Please explain. 5 kills for the Primarina too. Awesome sauce. All right, well, next week will be week 6. Hopefully we see an upset. Maybe we'll see Wob beat Joey. Wob kind of had to pick up some scraps here. Like, this team isn't great. In fact, I think this team sucks, but he's doing what he can with scraps, and I respect it. But I'm not gonna expect him to win. He's actually Wobbuffet. He's more focused on winning SPS semifinals. He also has to play me, but he's asked me to play Sunday after I've already prepped like yesterday on Saturday. So yay me! I'm not gonna be able to do anything with my prep that I prepped early for. Yay, awesome. I gave him the forfeit win against Jamesy, so at least it's something. And then who else? Holy shit, that Mega Diancie. I'm sorry, Troy, you're just a free win. The Danley will put up a fight. Sacred Ash will put up a fight. I think Sacred Ash will definitely put up a better fight now that their team is a little bit more balanced towards, like, I don't think it's better on paper, but it's what he likes to use, and it's what he's more comfortable with, so I think Sacred Ash has more of a chance now at winning more than not. The Danley will put up a fight. Brundon's actually like a really smart player too, despite this is his first draft league. Let me look at his stats really quick. Probably not going to be too impressive because we made a bunch of transactions. Yeah, we got like Registeel. Slowking put in the damn work this week. Iron Hands, we kind of threw away our Iron Hands, but that was just a silly mistake that we made. Karkle. I mean, the fact that Karkle has 2 kills and Pult has 1, you know you're a fraud because your Pult has less kills than Karkle. Anyways, yeah, I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching.